The college basketball experience preview and picks for Wednesday, January 18th on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network presented by WynnBET. WynnBET is now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same-game parlays to live in-game odds, WynnBET is what you need to win. Sign up today. Bet $100. Get a $100 free bet over at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/wynnbet. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. State restrictions apply.
This is Mike Leach, head football coach at Mississippi State, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes. Woo! Welcome to the college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Wednesday, January 18th. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, a.k.a. Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
I smoke and I drink and I don't have stress and I'm healthy.
Oh man. Locks are rolling. But damn, if my last leg of my parlay fucked me yet again. Had a good night, but dude, I'm so close to hitting big, baby. I am joined by my co-host. This guy was at the VCU game. We burned money over there. But give it up for former video coordinator for Bob Huggins at West Virginia and Frank Martin at South Carolina. Host of the Ryan and Rush Show, host of the NFL Gambling Podcast. Give it up for Ryan McIntyre. How you doing, brother?
Let's go, man. And you can add to the list season ticket holder for the VCU Rams because I'm buying my season tickets right now. That place is awesome, the Siegel Center. First time being there for a live game. Obviously, all my years working in the sport. It's on my bucket list. Always wanted to go. On a Tuesday night, that place was absolutely lit.
I've always wanted to go. I don't think I've been. I think NC Nick might have went, but I've always wanted to go. And, yeah, I mean, I knew people that I went to high school with that went there, and they were like, you got to go to a basketball game. I haven't had the opportunity to go, but that is what's great about, watching it on TV even, for years. I was saying, I got to get there. That place looks like it's just jumping. That's what makes college basketball so awesome. I mean, I was watching the K-State game tonight or seeing Charleston the other night. Fucking amazing. And that's some shit you can try to replicate. The NBA Finals won't even get that shit, man. Nothing close. Nothing close.
No doubt.
And that's why, in my opinion, college football, college basketball, even college baseball, shit, you go to a fucking Tennessee baseball game. There's nothing like college environments. Shout out to that. And look, we took UMass and the points, and we locked it. What happened there? I was actually, I had that game on a little bit in the studio, but I was doing college football content, so I did not get to watch a ton. I watched enough. Like, I caught the whole Kansas State game, but I didn't get a lot of eyes on the UMass VCU game.
So, obviously, Fernandez was out for UMass, which hurt because the team that presses, you probably need your starting point guard. But even if Fernandez had played, VCU is on a roll all of a sudden. I didn't realize until I was doing my research going to the game even more that they had won 9 out of 10 now. And, I mean, obviously they won at Dayton on Friday night, and that was part of our handicap, that potential letdown spot, especially with their rival Richmond on deck. But, this team with Ace Baldwin, they're absolutely rolling right now. Brandon Johns was awesome. Jaden Nunn was awesome. I mean, this is a really good team, and I'm going to label them as the best team in the Atlantic 10. I think they've earned that right as of right now.
Well, I mean, I know we had the game at, what was it, Duquesne, but once again, they were getting Ace Baldwin back. I don't know, throwing everyone together and just hoping it takes time to get chemistry and everything going. So yeah, Rob Donaldson says no NFL or NBA venue can come close to matching college environments. You're damn fucking right. And that's what makes the sport.
Amen.
One of the reasons why, in my opinion, it's just light years fucking better. I could write a fucking book on that though. All right, let's recap because I had a good night. You had a good night, I think.
Yep. We both had good nights. We just damn last leg.
Yeah, it's killing me here. It's killing me. It was like the UAB last night. Tonight was Texas Tech. Let's just hop into Ole Miss beat South Carolina. You were on the right side of this one. As they whooped them by 12 in Columbia. Ole Miss needed that win. I don't think it's still going to mean anything. I think both these teams will be watching the NCAA tournament. Shout out to Ole Miss, though, for getting that done. Northern Illinois.
How did South Carolina beat Kentucky?
No idea. And dude, it just went final. I'm watching it here. Kentucky ends up covering, but I was not impressed with Kentucky tonight either.
Oh, agreed.
They backdoored that thing and got the cover, but I still don't know that they really turned that corner. I don't know that they turned that
I agree
corner.
with you. They look like shit. They had a great second half, though.
Yeah, great second half and coming back and getting that dub at home. But yeah, so I don't know how the hell they lost to South Carolina, but shout out to Ole Miss getting the dub. Northern Illinois, Travis Lexington Steele, somebody. I mean, that's a bad loss, man. Let's just call it what it is. That's a fucking bad loss. What'd you make of that one?
Horrible loss. I mean, how do you lose in Northern Illinois? They're awful. They've been inconsistent, though, the Red Hawks, this entire season so far in year one under the Travis Steele era. And you know what? I think it's also says a little bit about Travis Steele that he leaves Xavier and all of a sudden they're a top 10 team as well.
Yeah. And I thought last year they weren't living up to their hype all year.
No doubt.
Even when they were hot at the beginning of the year. Good win for NIU fans. Buffalo. Whoa. I can't get a read on Bowling Green. I really can't. Buffalo wins by 29. Put up 100 points on Bowling Green. Unbelievable.
Yeah, really unbelievable. Buffalo is a hard team to predict. I mean, obviously Bowling Green is as well. They are all over the place, but Buffalo can compete with anybody. They beat Ohio. They put it on Bowling Green tonight, but then they can drop back-to-back games against Miami of Ohio and Central Michigan.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it, but wow, it's a nice win. It's a nice win. We touched on VCU UMass. BC covered for us against Carolina. Baycott played, had 20 and 16. Wow. Is Carolina finding their groove here? What do you think?
Slowly. Yeah, I think so. I mean, Terrell kind of touched on it in the pregame that you guys did before the Notre Dame game. This is about the point, not yet, where they started guarding a little bit better in the half court and finding themselves with their identity. I still think they miss Manic, though. He definitely was a little bit of that glue last year on that team that made the run.
Certainly. Tennessee took down Mississippi State. I know you actually bet this one, but we both took Mississippi State. We ate shit there. What'd you make of this one?
Mississippi State was winning for a lot of the game, and then they kind of just, man, they can't score. I feel like we keep saying that, and I thought that they could just grind this thing and make it a one-possession game, but they just go through these scoring droughts where they can't score. I mean, it's easy as that.
I think they're going to end up being an NIT team, personally.
Yeah, no, I hate it because I was hoping that Chris Jans could push that thing into year number one in the NCAA tournament, but it doesn't look like it. They've lost what now, 6 in a row?
Yeah, they got to find. No, didn't they win the egg? They won the Egg Bowl.
Yeah, they won the Egg Bowl, so they've lost 6 out of 7.
And I guess that's the one that really matters. You win the Egg Bowl, you're okay for a little bit. I feel like. All right, next up we have Ohio loses by 15 at Toledo. I took Ohio plus the 9. You went with Toledo, and we didn't bet this, but you cashed in there. Rockets, that's a huge win for the Rockets.
They could score, man. They're in the top tier of that MAC as well.
I agree. I've been sitting over here trying to find this fucking song. I can't find it, but anyway, Anyway, I can't find where this is, but I was going to play the Florida State theme song. I just can't locate it right now. Oh, here we go.
So we get our kicks doing the Seminole rap. We are the Seminoles of Florida State. We know we're good, some say we're great. Our goal is simple, best in the land. Rocking to the beat of the Monarch Cheese Band on Saturday night.
How about the Florida State Seminoles going to Notre Dame? They whoop their ass. Is there a path for Florida State to find themselves? They're 6-13. I feel like what I saw tonight, if they play like that, I think they could beat a lot of teams in the ACC. They're at Pitt. You want to talk about an opportunity. If they can beat Pitt at Pitt Saturday, they host Miami and Clemson. They could play themselves back into it with home games. If they could beat Pitt and win those 4 in a row, then their schedule is not like, because no one in the ACC is good. So they could play their way back into this thing. Am I just pissing in the wind with that statement, or is there something there?
I think they are playing better, but they've dug themselves in such a big hole with that start that they got in the non-con that I just don't see them getting out of it. I know they're 4-4 in the ACC, maybe get back in the race, but at best, maybe an NIT, probably just going to miss the postseason altogether.
Which would be very disappointing because that would be 2 years in a row. Davidson covered against Dayton. Dayton got the dub. I think you were on that one. I actually took Dayton. I didn't bet this, but I'm saying I took Dayton minus the 10, I think it was. That did not hit. Did you learn anything there? No, I just feel like Dayton was better.
Yeah, they're better, but Davidson, if we're going to get a big number like that, I think we should take it just because.
Well coached.
Well coached, good culture. They'll play hard and be disciplined and probably just lose by 7-10.
Yeah. UIC still continue their losing ways as they lost at Valpo. Oconee had 29-11, but in a losing effort. And then Kansas State Wildcats, baby. Place was rocking. Everything with college basketball and college athletics should be. They got the dub. Can we talk about Jerome Tang and Kansas State? Are they the favorites to win the fucking Big 12?
No, it's still the Jayhawks, but I can't wait for the return game at the Fog, which is scheduled for. When is that? That is scheduled for. Why am I not seeing it? Oh, a couple weeks. Tuesday, January 31st. So 2 weeks from today. Rematch at the Fog.
Kansas's next game is home to TCU. If you remember last year, TCU played them really tough at the Fog.
I agree.
That game is tricky. Then they go at Baylor, followed by at Kentucky, and then home to Kansas State. And then Ames.
Big 12, baby.
Insane schedule.
Hey, Colby, I think we were ahead of this, too. We've been hinting that Kansas is due for a loss or two. I think they're actually going to go on a little bit of skid. They usually do this around this time, and then they get right in February. And for all you Kansas fans complaining about the officials, kiss my ass. How about that?
Fuck you. You guys had that coming forever.
Yeah.
All right. Jalen Wilson, though. Wow. 38 points, 9 boards. Whew. Somebody.
No doubt.
Somebody guard Jalen Wilson.
Yeah.
Huge win for Kansas State and their outlook in the future of the Big 12.
Coach of the year.
Yeah, definitely, I think. Akron bodied Central Michigan. I think you rode with the chips there. I rode with. Did you go with the chips? I went with the Zips. What'd you go with?
I locked up the Zips.
Oh, you did? Okay, there we go.
Yeah, they drilled them.
We zipped it up. We got it done. We hit on Rhode Island plus the points, but once again, Richmond wins. And if there was another team perhaps in the A-10 that would be second best or perhaps best, maybe it's the Spiders who won the A-10 tournament a year ago.
Yeah, we're going to see the game Friday night. This one's at U of R instead of VCU, so can't wait for that one Friday night and the battle for the RVA.
That's a great game. Tyler Burton had a big game tonight. I caught eyes on that one. Was surprised by this outcome because I thought Georgia Tech would cover, but NC State continues their successful season in Atlanta, beating the Yellow Jackets by 12. I mean, NC State, shout out to shout out to the Wolfpack because, man,
It's a tournament team.
Yeah, I'm super impressed. Draquan Smith had a big day. Kent State and Eastern Michigan, that was a push. Can't believe people that bet that didn't hit. But shout out to Zaylen Riley, who says, first time watching you was today, and I'm going to start watching every day. I love the content. Well, look, we love you, man. You know what I mean? Appreciate you. Please spread the word or hop on over to iTunes. Give us a 5-star review if you can. If not, it's all good. Okay, we were wrong on Tulane. It's Houston.
Good.
I'm back on board with them being the best team in the country, maybe. 20-point win in New Orleans. It was sold out. Yeah, I mean, Marcus Sasser had a big night. I watched this game. I was a little bit shocked. I thought Tulane would be able to hang tough, a little bit tougher with them. Houston puts them in check. Shocker of the night here, and I lost money on this one. So I opened up 1-1, and then moved to 1-2 because Ball State. Oh my God, they almost lost the game outright, but they get the win, and they move to 13-5. They win by 1 against NC Nick's Western Michigan Broncos. I mean, asleep at the wheel a little bit here, but this team continues to stay red hot. I want to say they've won, I feel like 10 of 11, something like that. They're at Kent State. It was a look ahead spot because
that's on us.
Yeah, that's on us. Yeah.
Yep.
But they got it done. Hey, if you got out of there with the dub, move along and focus on Kent State and see if you're capable of beating Sincere Carey and the Golden Flash. So yeah, we ate shit there, but we bounced right back with the Creighton, Michael Crichton and the Blue Jays. Not even a sweat. They win by 21 in Hinkle. Let's fucking go. We knew Butler 2 beat up, and Creighton just on another level this year. Big time win for the Blue Jays as we hit there. Oh, we also hit on Iowa State -2.5. Not a problem. They win by 11 in Ames. So wait, Kansas still the team to beat, even though Iowa State and K-State. I know Kansas has the win over Iowa State, but we got chaos in the Big 12. Chaos. We just hit on both those locks. Do you care to speak about Creighton or the Cyclones?
I will go with the Cyclones. I thought it was great that they were throwing Monopoly money in honor of Tyrese Hunter since he wanted to Benedict in the Big 12. Hilarious. I like it whenever they stick it to these guys that transfer in league. It's disgusting. I still go Kansas, though, in the Big 12 just because of the fog. I know I just told all the Kansas fans to kiss my ass because they're complaining about the officials. But the reality is I've seen it. They're going to get every call at home. They're going to win all their home games. But, I mean, I think Kansas will lose in Hilton in a couple weeks. I'm with you there.
Yeah, I think TCU can win at Kansas. I think that's a game. That's going to be a game. Yeah.
I think that's the worst matchup for Kansas because I love the Horned Frogs, man.
Yeah. Shout out to the Cyclones. Love their fans. They're
the best.
I've said this for years. Kansas State and Iowa State have the most underrated fan bases.
Farmageddon.
I remember me and NC Nick went to a K-State at Texas game, and K-State was like 6-6 or 7-6 or something. They were like mediocre that year. Man, it was pouring rain. We went to the bars. Like K-State fans were they took over Austin, man. They're awesome fans. They're awesome fans, and Iowa State fans, same thing. Of course, we took Southern Illinois minus the points, and Evansville almost won the fucking game outright. Southern Illinois was asleep at the wheel.
Yes.
I shouldn't say they almost won it outright, but they cut it down to I don't know. I feel like it was a 5-point game.
That's close enough for Evansville standard.
Yeah.
You know what? It was a look ahead for them too. They got Missouri State. I don't know why. Last night I said it wasn't a look ahead. That is a look ahead. Missouri State's playing well, and those two teams don't like each other.
Yeah, certainly. And what did you get the Penn State Wisconsin line at?
You know what? We're sharps, and we moved the number last night because I locked up the Badgers -2.
I signed on today. And this morning I'm making my picks, and I go Penn State +3.5. I'll take it.
Yeah.
So we both hit on that, but
two sharp guys. What can we say?
yeah, Wall played for Wisconsin. Huge win for the Badgers. Huge, absolutely huge win. That's a game that's going to matter. Then you have Alabama covered once again. Why did we take Vanderbilt?
We got cute, man.
Crime pays. All right, we told you this on this very show. Yeah, Rob says I'm a Hawkeye, but he's got to give Iowa State their props. Yeah, we love the Hawkeye fans too, man. Honestly, fucking state of Iowa. Sign me up. Sign me up. Let's go.
I love Iowa.
What do you make of Bama? They're still they beat Houston at Houston. Are we disrespecting the Tide if we're saying Houston's the best team in the nation?
I look at Alabama kind of like Purdue. Like, I think they're a great regular season team. I think they're electric offensively, but I just don't think that style of play wins in March. I think you got to be able to get stops and be one of the better defensive teams. And I think that's why Purdue has struggled over the years. And I think that's why Bama ultimately won't get to the Final Four.
I think that's well said, but Brandon Miller, 30
They're
points.
good, man. They're talented. Yeah.
Beast. Nevada and Boise State. I forget what this line was. I feel like this might have been no. Nevada gets dominated by Boise. I should have bet this. I had a good feeling about Boise, man. I had a good feeling about Boise.
Steve Alford's in your head.
I didn't bet it, though, but they win by 15. Huge win. Matt Rice went for 29. That's crazy because he's just kind of – I feel like normally it's the other guys, but big night for Rice. Boise now in first place in the Mountain West. Everyone was talking San Diego State. Everyone was talking New Mexico. Everyone, then switched and said, well, Colorado State's returning Isaiah Stevens. Maldonado's coming back at Wyoming. Boom. People we were talking UNLV. Boise's in first place. Yep. They went to the tournament a year ago. They had the unlucky. I know the Mountain West, everyone shed on them last year.
Horrible draw.
All of them were terrible. All of them. Colorado State getting Michigan in the play-in game was bullshit. And then Boise gets Memphis. Yeah. Come on. Memphis had they had as much athleticism as almost anybody in the nation.
They should have beat Gonzaga the next round.
Yeah, they did. No, I mean, they should have. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then who was the third team that I'm forgetting that made that? I think 3 Mountain West teams make it.
San Diego State played Creighton.
And they blew it. They had that game won. I'm telling you, they got a lot of people were shitting on the Mountain West. It should have been nonsense. Or a bunch of nonsense, I should say. But, Lockwise. The Cocaine Bruins, baby. Belmont told you to lay the 5.5 or whatever it was.
You talked me into this one.
There we go.
Yep.
There we go. It was a good night. And I did Benedict a game because this is why you get the SGPN app. Because I saw that Maldonado was out. 2 guys were out for Wyoming, but Maldonado, I think, has the flu or something. He didn't play. So I switched my pick to Air Force, and Air Force wins by 8 in Colorado Springs. I know Maldonado's out, but at the end of the day, we're not going to realize that Maldonado was out. That's a win against a Wyoming team that I think probably will end up decent. I don't think they're going to be a tournament team this year, but they'll end up decent. I think they'll get once they get healthier. Air Force is winning games. Is there any chance we can see the Falcons dancing?
They win the Mountain West, but the problem is they didn't do themselves really any favors in the non-con. They lost to Commerce and Bowling Green, and then Portland as well, and Portland State. But 3-3, winners of 3 in a row in Mountain West. Great story in Colorado Springs, man.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm they're not going to be dancing, but fuck, I'm impressed.
It's what's great about college hoops is you actually have to earn your way to the big dance rather than compared to college football with the invitational. Yeah,
it's not a popularity contest.
No doubt.
They're not just guessing, these guys spend this much money. Our TV ratings are this. Let's put them in. Hopefully that's all going to change. Kentucky, we talked Kentucky, Georgia. I'm not ready to say Kentucky's back.
No.
I'm not ready to say that. I thought, if anything, if you're a Georgia bettor, you're probably furious with tonight.
I got lucky as shit.
Yeah. I mean, I took Georgia on the app. I didn't put real money on the Bulldogs, but wow. Baylor wins by 7 against Texas Tech. Texas Tech's not going to go dancing this year.
No.
They better get their shit together soon if they plan on dancing.
Yeah, no, the beautiful thing about the Big 12 is you are going to have plenty of opportunities, but they're 0-6 to start Big 12 play.
Not only that, their out-of-conference schedule is not
Sucked
good.
ass, yeah.
The Eastern Washington wins probably their best win of or Louisiana Tech is probably the best win of their season right now.
You know, we should have known something was up when they struggled with Georgetown.
Yeah. That ruined my parlay. So 2 nights in a row, I've had a parlay with a substantial amount of money go down the fucking drain. The one last night was worse, though. The UAB one was worse. This one, because I didn't know that what's-his-name was going to play, and then I feel like we're in a position to win this, and they're just – but shout out to Baylor. Baylor needed that, I think you could say. So there was that. I took Wake Forest -2 as a lock. Boom. Cashed in there. Still a winning night for me, but, like, could have been so much more if I could have just hit some of these parlays. Clemson didn't have their starting point guard tonight, and that line moved after we gave that away. That's why we didn't
move the number. Yeah, we both locked up that one.
San Jose State +10.5 didn't hit. New Mexico wins by 20 at the Pit. New Mexico continues to be a great story. How about those Lobos?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and let's get to game balls. I think you went first last night, so I'll go first tonight. Jerome Tang, Kansas State Wildcats. How the fuck are you not giving them a game ball? I feel like every night we give them a game ball. That's because they're that great of a story. Shout out to them beating Big Brother. Oh, wait, Little Brother. See what I did there, Kansas State fans? Who's your first game ball?
I'm going with the hometown team here, the VCU Rams. They've won 9 out of 10, and like the NC Nick tweeted at me, you got to make the neighbors happy. So this is a neighborhood play. They won 9 out of 10, went to Dayton on Friday, came back. They got Richmond in the RVA Classic on Friday night. I'm going VCU. They're playing well and right there in the A-10.
Yeah, that's a great pick. I also realized I forgot to cover Utah State beat UNLV by 4. You got the cover on that by a point and a half. I did not, but shout out to Utah State getting the dub. My second game ball, though, I'm going to stay in the Mountain West. It's the Boise State Broncos. You're in first place in the Mountain West, which is a really good conference right now. It's fucking January 18th, just about. You're in a spot where you wanted to be, where a lot of publications, a lot of people didn't think you would be. You lose ACOT to not ACOT.
Western Kentucky, right?
I'm drawing a blank on his name right now. ACOT is Utah Valley's guy. No,
Fardals.
Yeah.
You're thinking of Fardals. Yeah, you're right.
You lose ACOT to Western Kentucky, and then and you know, people were thinking, hey, you got to be a little bit of a reload season. No, getting it done. Shout out to the Boise State Broncos. Who's your second game ball?
So another Big 12 team that I feel like gets a game ball every single night because they just continue to roll, overachieve. TJ Ottsberger and the Iowa State Cyclones tied up top with K-State and Kansas for the Big 12 lead.
Boom. There you go. That one makes
down.
I'm going to go to my final game ball is the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. I know Clemson didn't have their full team. Doesn't matter. You're not going to know that when you look at the resume in early March. You're going to say, and the reality is Wake Forest closed the gap on winning the ACC regular season tonight. Now, can they maintain that? Who knows? But that's a huge win any way you cut it. Give me the Demon Deeks final game ball for you is what?
I'm going to go with the Wisconsin Badgers. They had lost 3 in a row, desperately needed a win, got back right at the Kohl Center, stopped the bleeding. That's how you make the NCAA tournament. Don't avoid these long losing streaks. So shout out to Greg Gard and the Badgers.
There we go. And those are our game balls. Almost said game bars. Game bars. Yeah. All right. Folks, I can't fucking talk. Welcome to the college basketball experience. Hope you're doing good. And hope you cashed in on some of those bets that we gave away because we had a winning night overall. So those are always the good nights. Before we get to pick into the 18th, January 18th slate of games, which is a pretty good lineup here, I want to tell you that the college basketball experience on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is presented by WynnBET. WynnBET is now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same-game parlays to live in-game odds, WynnBET is what you need to win. Sign up today. Bet $100. Get a $100 free bet at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/winbet. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. State restrictions apply. Offer subject to change. Terms and conditions at winbet.com. Must be 21 or older. Present in the state where WinBet is available. If you or somebody you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. All right. Now we got a fire line up here, which makes me think I gotta give us. Oh, I'll give us some epic music. Ready? Here we go. Wednesday, January 18th, we got a loaded college basketball slate. Let's go. We start out with a banger. Hartford, future D3 basketball school. Future D3 basketball school. What do we use for Booker in the chat says, what do we use for injury news? Well, if you've been listening to us, brother,
we're not very good at it.
We bet on East Carolina. I didn't know their leading scorer was going to not play. We took UAB 2 nights in a row. I guess the second night, the joke's on fucking us. But without Jelly Walker, we had no fucking idea. And I feel like that's been the problem. Now, I try to stay up to date. I try to stay looking, whether it's John Rothstein, whether it's, I follow a million college basketball writers, like team pages. I'm talking about that work for the university. The reality is that they don't tell you this because it's a competitive advantage. You know what I mean? That's, in my opinion, like there's no reason. It's like the Cameron Rising shit at Utah. If they tell you Jelly Walker's going to be out, I think they might design their defense differently.
Yep.
And if they tell you, well, oh, he didn't play. I think that's the angle there. George Klavikoff, the commissioner of the Pac-12, is fighting for injury. Like he has a gambling background. He was hired through that, and then recently he's made it known that he thinks injury reports should matter in college athletics, especially as we turn the corner to having. I think within the next decade, we'll have all 50 states pretty much having legalized gambling because I think they'll see the revenue that they can make. But it is a pain in the ass right now. It is a fucking huge pain in the ass. So, we apologize if, we're going off the best information that we have. We use apps. We use news sources.
You're not going to know till 90 minutes prior because that'll be the tweet. Hey, Tyler Wall is not dressed tonight. That's when you'll know. That's when you'll officially know, unfortunately. UMBC and Hartford, I'm not seeing any injury, so that's good news.
No. Hartford, Morgan State. Hartford, Morgan State.
My bad. Yeah. The other Baltimore.
That happened the other night. But, Hartford is just – I feel for them. I feel for their whole roster. I think personally, and I've mentioned this for a while, that I think it's evil what the administration has done. Hartford made the NCAA tournament just a couple years ago for the first time ever. And I think, what does Samuel L. Jackson say in A Time to Kill? And I hope they burn in hell. No, I'm joking. I don't hope they burn in hell, but maybe a little.
Don't wish well on them.
Yeah. Give them just a smidgen of maybe they go eat dinner. Maybe I don't know.
A little dust up after, yeah.
They order the swordfish. The swordfish happens to hit the fucking floor. Maybe you step on it a couple times, wipe your asshole with it. I don't know. Something. They deserve something that's just not right. All right. Nothing. Look, it's 2023. I don't wish death on these people. Just maybe some gravel.
Bad luck. Yeah. Something
like that. Maybe one of the kids blows up their mailbox. You know what I mean? Something like that. Something small, but something that bothers them. Actually, the mailbox, they'll just drop it in your fucking house. That one doesn't count. Something cool though. All right. Something cool that gets them all fired. All right. Because look, they'll land another job. Come on, they can get a job at fucking Target or something. Morgan State's late 11. Yeah, I wish them 2 sniffs and Courtney Love's box. Yeah, that's what they fucking deserve. 2 sniffs. How about 2 licks? Because I don't know if that's sanitary. You know what I mean? Morgan State's laying 11.
I was like, what game are we on right now?
We're on the first game still, folks. Yeah, I promise you, it gets cleaner. I'm laying the 11. I can't take this team right now. Hartford, you're a bunch of filthy whores. All right. You told, like, where the hell is Vin? I know Vin Baker needs to step up and be outspoken on this shit. He went to Hartford. What are you doing here?
Morgan State's won 5 in a row. Yeah, I'll lay the points here.
I told
Should we
you.
lock this?
I saw this team live. I was impressed by this team. I don't understand how they were losing some of those games after that. After I saw them at Loyola, I was like, hey, this team's pretty decent. A little undersized, but pretty decent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on board. Fuck it. Let's lock it.
Let's go. Fuck Hartford.
The Cocaine Bears are back in the name of Morgan State, baby. Let's go. First in the MEAC currently. Next up, we got Bucknell heading to West Point to take on Army. Okay. You wanna lock another game? Fuck you. Actually, wait. Are you on board with this? I want to announce first. Are you on board with this lock?
The Army Black Knights.
-5.5 at home against Bucknell.
The only thing that makes me hesitant is they have Navy on Saturday. And we all know what the Army-Navy game is.
It's a very good point. Army won by 13 a year ago, the last time they played.
They are way better, too.
I'm locking.
I'm going to stay away.
Army minus the points, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside, you gotta take a stand. It don't have to hide. If you hurt my friends, then you hurt my pride. I gotta be a man. I can't let it slide.
There is no answer for Jalen Rucker. Yeah, he'll shit on your whole team. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm getting carried away.
You talked me into it. I'm locking Army. Let's go.
There we go.
I'm an American.
Yeah, there we go. Let's go. This is just a heater. How is this not in every karaoke bar in America? Oh, man. The good times are rolling on the college basketball experience. UMBC heads to UMass Lowell. Dude, I'm so tempted to triple lock. I think
the
6
o'clock window.
I think Lowell's gonna fuck them up. Give me UMass Lowell -4.5. Fringe lock. Get the SGPN app. I don't want to go too crazy. There's a lot of other games. What are you doing here?
Yeah, especially with Lowell coming off the loss. I will lean to. What'd you say the number was?
I'm seeing 4.5.
I'll take Lowell here as well. Bounce back.
Dude, you can talk me into locking this.
Who's that small? Who's that?
You talking about you? J-Mark? Is that J-Mark?
J-Mark. He's trolling us because he didn't include the J-Mark.
Look, when I go to the studio has graphics. We employ people to make these graphics. If we do not show that, then what's the point of them being employed? All right? It has nothing to do with my ego, although my ego can sometimes be on the fucking moon. All right? All right. Shout out to J-Mark. XFL Gambling Podcast coming soon.
I can't wait, man.
Can I reveal a little secret on I fucked with the guys pretty high. So I'm going to be hosting the XFL Gambling Podcast too, right? And they asked me to. I have a lot of friends in the music industry, so they were like, "Hey, can we get a song together for this?" I was like, "Yeah, I got a guy." So I sent them this today. I told them, "Give me a week," and I was like, "My guy's working on it. Give me a week." And I said, "This is the answer to it right now."
X marks the spot. X marks the crossroads.
Two straight lines crossing over in the middle. That's the letter you must see to find the treasure or the clue, or the X-ray machine that's looking right inside of you. X is the letter without which one could not do. X marks the spot. X stands for danger.
This is
Vince McMahon, baby.
So I sent that to them, being like, "Dude, this is our introduction. This is our music for the podcast." And I get to see J Mark say, like, "Oh, right on, man. This is awesome." And I know he was full of shit. I know he was full of shit. And no one had the nerve to tell me that this sucked. Everyone was DMing everyone behind the doors, being like, "This is terrible." So, I was just joking. This is the real one. All right, this is the real one here. And then I promise you, no more XFL talk. This is college.
Is this or is this not the XFL? Yes, it is. Do I not currently have a pulse? Yes, I do. Let's play football.
So it goes like that. It was a lot cooler, and believe it or not, the chat's talking about X going to give it to you. I was fucking with that idea too. It just didn't fit. With DMX. Rest in peace to the great DMX. Yeah.
Hey,
anyway.
For everybody that listens on Spotify and Apple tomorrow, you might want to watch this one on YouTube because there's some good entertainment right now.
Oh,
and the chat is absolutely on fire.
It's always fire, man. And I'm sorry, most of these are college basketball fans that probably despise the XFL, but hey,
yeah,
we like gambling on shit. The season ends in early April. What are you gonna do? You got to bet on the Chicago Cubs? Sure. We have the MLB Gambling Podcast, but we have a lot of avenues for us to have fun. All right. Sorry, everyone. We lost listeners with that, but I stick to my guns. All right. I thought that joke was fucking hilarious too. And I thought that all of them were DMing each other for saying, "I hate this song." None of them had the nerve to tell me, "You pussies." UConn is at Seton Hall. This game's fantastic. Got the Seton Hall graphic behind me, even though it's a little throwback. Dude, this is pretty interesting here. This is one where, like, call me crazy. Give me Seton Hall +5. What are you doing?
I'm gonna go with the Huskies.
I think you're right, actually. I think you're right.
They need this win, man. I mean, they've lost 4 out of 5. I'm actually gonna lock them. I think this is the get right spot.
I think you're right. The more I just thought about it while you were talking, I think you're right. Let's lock it up.
I smoke and I drink and I don't have stress and I'm healthy.
Give me the Huskies -5. Damn it! I hope I'm wrong though. Music.
I do too.
Subscribe, says Ryan. The Real American song got you, huh? Colgate heads to Holy Cross. Oh man, come on, man. Colgate's laying 12.5. Colgate's gonna beat him by 30.
Every time we shit on Holy Cross, they burn us. So that's the only thing that's like making me hesitant here.
They're gonna beat him by 30, man.
I agree. Yeah, man, we gotta lock this, man. This they're gonna draw. That's all they do.
Look, the locks are flying off the shelves here, folks. All right, it's like Black Friday at a fucking Target. All right, people are getting trampled. Locks are flying off the shelves.
Toothpaste, easy.
Yeah, there we go. Samford heads to Johnson City, Tennessee. Take on East Tennessee State's line. You want the Courtney Love stink? Oh, I'm going to serve it to you right here. Samford's only laying 4. Huh? Dive into this. Stanford's won 6 in a row. They're red hot right now. The fuck am I missing?
You know why? They started the year 6 in a row, then they lost 7 in a row, then they win 6 in a row. Maybe it's time that they start coming back to the pack. I'm going to take East Tennessee State and sprinkle some on the money line. Line's telling you everything there, I think.
Oh, you have a case with the line.
Yep.
I don't think ETSU's any good, though. I've watched them a couple times. Give me Samford minus the points. Let's go. We got a barn burner in the good old Big South. Gardner Webb heads to Longwood at the Willett Hall. Good old Portsmouth, Virginia. Portsmouth. What is that?
Farmville. Farmville.
What's the name of that fucking town? Either way, I'm on Longwood laying the 5.5. What are you doing here?
You know me, I like the Longwood Lancers. They're good at home. They've dominated this Big South. They've only lost 2 games in 2 years. I'll lay the points as well.
Boston heads into Annapolis to take on Navy. I don't know what the hell happened to the Navy. We need a sequel to A Few Good Men, because what is happening with our midshipmen? All right,
they're struggling, man.
Who called in the code red? Who the fuck called in the code red? They've lost 5 in a row.
Who sank the battleship?
What's going on, man? I was high on this team.
I know. I saw them in person in Morgantown. They got talent and they're old. I'm surprised that they've lost 5 in a row now.
Something happened. This team's all mixed up. They're in the Navy.
Fuck Beanick.
You know what I mean, though, right? Is like this team. I can't take them. Give me Boston on the road plus 2.5. What are you doing?
You know, Navy's last win was against Boston, the Terriers. So I'm gonna take Navy to get right here. I will take the midshipmen.
D Mac is in the chat saying, "Whoever picked Vandy plus 8, you're trash." You'd be referring to I, good sir. I did eat a bile, but I didn't bet that. Come on, we picked it. We didn't bet it. Relax. We didn't tell you to bet it.
Hey, if we got them all right, we would not be on the show. We'd be on a yacht somewhere.
Staying this forever, all right?
It'd be an Epstein Island.
Yeah. But we didn't actually bet that one. Look, I'd get it if we told you to lock it. Like, if you are sitting there saying you put money on UMass, fair enough. You can call me a fucking idiot. But you try picking, 364 games and the prize. Let's see how you do. Let's see how you do, buddy. All right. We love you. We welcome you. But come on, man. We didn't tell you to bet that one. We didn't tell you to bet that one. Next up, Bradley heads into Indiana State. This game's fantastic. Indiana State's laying 1.5.
This game is awesome.
Kip C says Moneyline Mac doesn't have a yacht.
Not yet. Get in there. Building it slowly. I'm taking Dan Snyder's once he sells the team.
Yeah, have a Fred Smoot party on that yacht. All right.
That little dust up out there.
Bradley at Indiana State. This game's fantastic, though. Bradley does suck away from home. I think you're right too. Give me the Sycamores. They're coming off that heartbreaking loss. Give me the Sycamores minus 1.5. What are you doing here, Moneyline Mac?
The Sycamores have lost 2 in a row. They're coming back home. You know me, I like to take teams coming off two losses coming back home. I'm going to lock up Larry Bird and the Sycamores.
Yeah, what do we – oh, you're locking it, you maniac. Let's go.
Home teams.
Moneyline Mac's going to put a driveway in for his mom with those winnings. Let's go. What are the odds? Well, if we're setting odds on Daniel Snyder having visited Epstein Island.
Minus 110.
Yeah, I even want to say like minus 250.
Probably.
I feel like a lot of those owners might have.
Trevor, we don't use the C word on this show. Who are the Commanders?
Never heard of them.
Is that a team?
AAF team in San Antonio.
Right there, baby.
Furman. There we go. There we go. Furman heads into Chattanooga. This game's good. The God, Jake Stevens. I mean, Ivan Drago, right? We have the American Ivan Drago with Jake Stevens. And, I mean, give me Furman. I think Furman's better. But Jake Stevens is going to go for 30 and 10.
Yeah, no doubt.
This guy's a fucking – if you're playing DFS tomorrow, you got to roster Jake Stevens. If they don't have him, if DFS does not have him, you need to write them saying, dude, you don't have one of the best players in college basketball. What are you doing here?
This is a great game because both teams are coming off heartbreaking losses. Furman, the heartbreaking loss to Greensboro in overtime, and then Chattanooga, the 1-point loss to Samford. I'm with you. I'm going to take Furman. I think they're the better team, but yeah, DFS, Jake Stevens, you can't miss him. He's got the biggest head ever.
Fallon Iverson saying Jerry Jones visited. He just wanted to see what's going on. Just wanted to oversee the island for a second, see how it was going. That's a great fucking reference he's saying there. Dude, you ever look into that shit, though? I mean, that's a terrible thing to look into, but the Kevin Spacey thing.
Oh, it's fucking.
He like goes there and then someone gives him a massage. It was like another guy. I think Spacey hits on the guy. The guy quits his job on the fly. He goes to the police on that island and says, dude, this guy was harassing me. And the next day he's found dead. Hitting you with that real shit. All right. It's fucking filthy.
It's disgusting. You're no doubt.
And the one that broke my heart, man, was Chris Tucker. Chris Tucker went to the fucking island, man. Now, I can believe that someone might have accidentally just been like, oh, some rich people saying, hey, come to a fucking island.
Yep.
He only went once, and I'm just hoping. But wow. That shit is you dive into that. You if you start looking in the storylines there, the deeper you go, the more you're gonna need a Molson, because I'm telling you. Next up, Cincinnati at South Florida. I don't know how you transition out of that.
How about the Bearcats and the Bulls?
Yeah. Let's talk a little Cincinnati, South Florida basketball, all right? Hey, Cincinnati's laying 3.5. Slide's a little stinky to you?
South Florida is more unpredictable than Epstein Highland. This is the most unpredictable team in the country. They've been playing well. I mean, they almost beat Houston. They beat ECU. And then they almost beat Memphis as well. I'm going to take a flyer on the Bulls.
The line smells. I'm with you. Give me South
Sprinkle
Florida.
Some on the money line.
Give me South Florida. And yeah, look, Chris Tucker he is hilarious. He is hilarious. Yep. Look, man, I'm a stand up. Like, Chris Tucker's fantastic, man. Like, I'm hoping, because he only went once. I'm just hoping, as far as we know. I'm just hoping that was like some shit, because he went with President Clinton. That was the same trip. When I dove into that, I was like, maybe the president's like, hey, come to an island. And you're just like, hey, fuck it, let's go. The president's inviting me to an island. And then you get to the island and you're like, good God, get me out of here. That's what I'm hoping. All right. From one stand up to another, I'm hoping that was the case. Next up, we got St. Louis is at Loyola Chicago. St. Louis is laying 5.5. Okay. What makes sense of this line?
This line reeks, man. I'm on Loyola for that reason. But they've done this a couple times.
They can't score. We have to lock up St. Louis. Loyola can't score.
I know. They are playing well too. I mean, they've won 4 out of 5. Man, it's gross, but Loyola just lost by 30 to St. Joe's.
Dude, I'm taking St. Louis.
Yeah, I'll take St. Louis.
Locked in St. Louis. Let's go. Give me the Billikens.
I'll join you.
Dude, the 5.5. Come on, they're gonna win by 20.
Why is Loyola getting these short numbers?
I know they traditionally have a great home environment, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
When your team is ass, I don't see. I mean, I know they somehow beat Clemson, but I don't know. Wofford heads into Western Carolina. This game, pretty decent as well. Wofford's laying 3. I'm going to lay the 3. This one is at the good old Ramsey Center. What are you doing here?
I do like this game. It's an underrated game on the slate. I'm going to go Wofford as well with you. I think it's a better culture here.
Yeah, UNC Asheville heads to Charleston Southern. Charleston Southern's laying 1. Give me Asheville. Wrong team favored.
I was going to say, I think this line kind of sinks. I'm going to go Charleston Southern at home. They've been feisty, man. I mean, they almost beat Radford on Saturday. They had won 3 out of 4 before that. So I think they get it done back at home. What do you say?
That's cracking me up. Sister Jean moves at a faster pace than Loyola's offense.
There's some truth to that.
Hilarious. Next up, we got Duquesne. Wait, did you say you're locking it? Did you say you're locking it?
No.
Duquesne heads to the Bonnies, St. Bonaventure, New York, or Bonaventure, New York, whatever the fuck it's called. Anyway, they're taking on St. Bonaventure. This is a good game. So Duquesne's laying 1. The Bonnies have been decent at home. Give me the Bonnies to get this done. What are you doing here?
I'm on the Bonnies. If this game was at Duquesne, I would take Duquesne, but it's at the Bonnies, so I'll take the Bonnies. Considering locking this one, to be honest.
Oh, I'm not locking that. I'm not locking that. But
Trying to look what's the last time the Bonnies lost a home game? Florida Gulf Coast. I do remember that game.
Don't lock it. I think it's a dangerous lock.
Check the picks page.
Yeah.
The chat wants me to lock it.
All right. Well, I mean, fuck. I mean, what do I know? I took LSU against fucking Alabama.
You weren't alone on that one.
I felt good about it. I told you on this very show, lock it up with that LSU against Alabama.
We're getting 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. Jeez. Lafayette's heading to AU to take on American. Oh, man. Oh, man. Dude, this is the one. I'm locking up American minus 5.5. They're coming off the loss. They're getting it done. What are you doing here?
I am joining you on the USA parlay here of the Army Black Knights and American Eagles.
Yes. Let's go. Let's fucking go. And just so you know, folks, we are, 86th, as they call it, in the country of Russia. Got any friends on the political side of things in Russia? Maybe you make a case for us. If not, then you can tell them Pick Dundee says, fuck you. All right. Next up.
Their loss.
Pitt heads into Louisville, Kentucky. Oh, no. The
smell.
Oh, no. Pitt's only laying 10? Gosh. Why are they doing this to me? Can I pass? Give me I mean, this is a game Pitt loses, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about this for a second. This is a game Pitt loses normally, right? Jeff Campbell, this is the type of game Pitt has lost for years under Jeff Capel or the previous coach, the Vandy guy. I'm drawing a blank on his name.
Stallings, yeah.
Give me Louisville plus 10. Do I feel good about it? No, do not. But it's actually, if you're looking for a double-digit money line play,
it's a great money line play.
It's a great money line play. What are you doing here?
I'm on it with you. I think Louisville, sprinkle some on the money line if you're going to play it.
Winthrop is heading to High Point. High Point's laying 2. Why? Give me Winthrop.
I do not like this game.
2. What are you doing here?
This game is disgusting. Don't bet this game. I will go Winthrop. High Point's been bad, man. They did beat Presbyterian, though.
They needed that one. Radford heads to Campbell. Ugh. Radford on the road. This is at the John W. Pope Jr. Convocation Center. Radford won this by 4. Give me Campbell. The line's telling you everything, right?
Yeah. What did you say? Campbell's favored by 1?
No, they're getting 1.5.
Yeah, Radford has struggled on the road, so they've won 3 in a row. I'm with you. I'll take Campbell here. I don't love it though. I hope Radford wins.
Jackson says, "Did I miss the Indiana State game?" Yes, you did, my friend.
I locked it, baby.
Yeah, let's go. Take the Sycamores. Presbyterians heading to South Carolina Upstate. Upstate's laying 5, and I say you lay that 5. What are you doing here, Mac?
I'm going to take the points here. I don't love it, though. I mean, these Big South games are hard to handicap.
They are.
Good league, though.
Next up. Man. East Carolina heads to Philadelphia to take on the Temple Owls. ECU's getting 9, which tells me everything I need to know. Javon Small out. Elijah Jones out. Winston Tabbs, the BC transfer, is a game-time decision. You know, Temple's a team. I go back to that Maryland Eastern Shore game. I felt confident that Temple was the better team. Temple dealt us a lemon there. So you think I'm going to take those little owl bitches against my East Carolina Pirates?
Because when you're at East Carolina, you go for it every time. Or you don't coach at East Carolina. You don't come to East Carolina. You don't play at East Carolina with a weak heart. Write it.
In the spirit of ECU, we believe there was nothing that we couldn't do. We set out to defend our land, and now we'll never be the same. Never be the same. 'Cause we believe.
Oh, man. Look, John Chaney's not walking through that door. Pirates on the money line. What are you doing here?
I love it. Let's lock this. And looking at what Temple's got, man, they're coming off the Memphis loss, and they got Houston on deck. They don't blow anybody out. ECU plus the 9. Sprinkle some on the money line. Let's go.
Let's fucking go. Keith saying, that's Shakespeare. That's Shakespeare, isn't it? I think so. You got to go deep into his vault, but it's Shakespeare.
My volume won't go any louder.
What does he say in oh man, Spinal Tap? Ours goes to volume 11. Wait, but you just moved volume 11 to volume 10. No, but ours goes to 11. Ohio State is at Nebraska. Ohio State is laying 6. Give me the Buckeyes -6. I can't take this Nebraska team. Although I feel like they're better at home, but Ohio State's due for a win. Should we lock up Ohio State?
That is tempting because they have lost now, 4 in a row, and they've all been close. They don't get blown out in any of these games. I feel like they're due for a get-right spot. But it's hard. Sometimes Nebraska can pop up at, Pinnacle Arena at home. I'll take the Buckeyes, but I'm not going to lock it.
Yeah, okay. TCU heads into Morgantown.
Need a win, man.
Look, it's your boys. I'll take TCU, but I'm not going to lock it up because it's your boys. That's the respect I'm giving you right now.
I appreciate it.
All right. What are you doing here? Do I even need to ask?
Yeah, I'm on my Mountaineers. I mean, Vegas is telling you that they're going to win with them being favored, although, man, TCU's really good. It is a look ahead to Kansas for them, though.
That's true.
Yes.
That's a far fucking trip. What do you fly into Pittsburgh and then drive? Where is
Clarksburg? Yeah. No, it's a pain in the ass, especially when it's snowing. So hopefully they get. TCU's never won in Morgantown either.
Okay.
But this is their best team. That is the other.
I'm taking TCU. No, I'm taking TCU. I'm just not locking it. Auburn heads into LSU. LSU's catching 5. What? We should lock this. LSU just got destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. Am I reading this line right? Can the chat double check me on this? Let me double check this. Yeah, Auburn laying 5.5. You're getting 5.5 with LSU. LSU just lost by like 75 points to Alabama. Auburn has not been that great this year on the road.
Yeah.
I'm locking up LSU.
I love it.
All right, let's
zigzag. Let's go. Lock up the Tigers.
We've got to go beat Ole Miss next week. We'll take it one game at a time.
Congratulations.
Go Tigers.
Let's go. LSU money line play. Let's go. You're on that one too, right?
Oh yeah, I love that.
There we go.
Auburn sucks on the road.
Virginia Tech's heading into Charlottesville to take on Virginia. Virginia's laying 6.5. Give me Virginia -6.5. They're gonna. I hate fading UVA with a big number. UVA wins by 8. What are you doing here?
I went back and forth on this one. Man, I feel like this rivalry always comes down the wire. Virginia Tech's lost 5 in a row, man. They're desperate. I'm going to take the points. I think UVA wins one of those 3 or 4 point wins.
Next up, Florida heads to A&M. A&M's laying 4. A&M's red hot. The buzzsaw. Give me A&M -4. What are you doing here?
This is the rematch of the uniform game. A&M beat them a couple weeks back. I'm going to take I do struggle with this one. I'm going to keep A&M to keep rolling here.
Yeah,
I like the way that they're playing.
Yeah, they're playing pretty damn good. Illinois State's in Cedar Falls taking on Northern Iowa. Northern Iowa's laying 8.5. They were red hot before. I'll lay the points. I don't like it, though. What are you doing here?
I'm going to lay the points as well. I feel like Northern Iowa's been one of the hotter teams, especially when they're at home. But that is a big number to play or to back with the team that doesn't play very fast.
Abilene Christians at Utah Valley. Surprise, UV's laying 9.5. It's a big fucking number, man. Give me Abilene Christian and the points. Valley gets the win. What are you doing here?
I'm going to lock this. I think Abilene Christian keeps this a game. I think this is way too many points, so I'm going to lock up Abilene Christian.
Oh, there we go. Locking it up.
Live dog.
Abilene Christian, moneyline Mac.
Good round, you're celebrating with your appetite. Bad round, you're using your appetite to forget about the round. I'll tell you something about appetite. It's a real fucking great thing to have.
It is a great thing to have, says Bobby Knight. Next up, we have Missouri State heading to Drake. Drake's laying 7.5 points. This game's fantastic. I'm going to lay the 7.5. Missouri State's coming off that huge win. They go on the road. Sorry, Cocaine Bears. This is where you sober up. All right. Give me Drake -7.5. What are you doing here?
Yeah, both teams are coming off big wins. Drake just drilled Bradley. They've won 3 in a row. I'm going to lay it, though, man. They've been really good at home. I'll take the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I'm with you. SMU's heading to Tulsa. Someone's got to win this fucking game. SMU's laying 2.5, and I think the Mustangs are going to ride through Tulsa. Been watching that Tulsa King show. Pretty good. Not bad. Stallone's like 1,000 years old. Anyway, continue.
Should we lock this?
No, because Tulsa's going to win one of these games.
Yeah. I'm with you. I'm going to take SMU, but I can't lock this. Neither team has won a game yet.
Wow, caught it live. Let me get a shout out from the Tom Brady of sports. Oh, I like it.
There you go.
Calling us the Tom Brady of sports radio.
My man Mario.
I can dig that one. You know, hopefully he's not pertaining to last night's game, because if so, then maybe he's referring to that. I don't know. I always thought we were the Giselle of sports radio. Filthy rich. I don't know. I don't know where I'm fucking going with this. North Alabama's at Central Arkansas. North Alabama's catching 2. I'm on North Bama. I think they're the better team, even though they got drilled last time I locked them up. So I can't lock them now, but
Lions.
Line up here. Let's go.
Yeah,
what do you do?
I'm joining you. I'll take the Lions.
There we go. Xavier heads into DePaul. Xavier's laying 8. DePaul's been a little feisty lately, I feel like. Blue Demons getting it done a little bit, losing some of these, but covering. All right. Sign me up for DePaul +8. Xavier wins by 6. What are you doing here?
I like it. Let's get cute here. I'll take DePaul. I think Xavier's been playing out of their minds, but every game I feel like it's at home at the Cintas Center. So maybe a little bit of a letdown here. They win by 5 or 6.
There we go. One of the games of the day here. Providence heading into Marquette. Marquette's laying 7. This fucking game is fantastic. Give me Marquette. What are you doing here?
I'm on Marquette as well. Remember, these two teams played right before Christmas in a classic, which was a double overtime? Yeah.
Double overtime.
Where Providence blew an 8-point lead in an overtime, and then they went to another overtime. I'll take Marquette in the revenge angle here. Yeah, it's a great game, man. Utah Tech is at Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon's laying 13. That's too many points, man. I get it. That home environment's incredible. Give me Dixie State, a.k.a. Utah Tech, +13. What are you doing here? I'm on Dixie. Yeah, I'm on Dixie State. I'm going to stay away from the walk here.
The only problem is that arena gives them
gets
a
lit.
huge fucking edge.
It's like VCU.
Yeah. I'm on Utah Tech. Maybe I'll lock that one. Oklahoma Bedlam on the hard Stillwater. This game's on ESPNU. Oklahoma State's laying 2. I'm seeing right now. Give me Oklahoma State. This is a game though. Last chance they can get them in Stillwater. They're going to be in the. Oh no, actually it depends on what happens. We might have one more year of them in the Big 12. What are you doing here?
Lock it up. Take the Cowboys.
Oh,
they've lost 3 in a row. Good spot for them. They're gonna put it on the Sooners.
Moneyline Mac knows his Big 12, but he's telling you to ride with the Cowboys. I have a Cowboy sound drop somewhere on this fucking thing. I don't know where it is. There you go. Arkansas heads to Missouri. Noah Beanick did text me some news out of Fayetteville. Want to send our condolences, our love, our condolences, our prayers, whatever you want to say. We do want to throw that out there because Arkansas, their hog. They have a hog. Obviously, they're the Razorbacks. They're Razorback, I should say. Tusk. He passed away on Sunday afternoon outside of his house. I don't fucking know, right? But Tusk. You know, normally I would say we play the tragic magic angle, but it's in Columbia, Missouri. If it was in, once we go back to Fayetteville, they're going to upset someone and honor the great. But I see some sizzle on that motherfucking bacon, right? Yeah, Fallon Iverson, that was all you, man. That wasn't even me. Missouri, laying 2. I'm all over it. Dennis Gates, let's go. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm going to lock this. Missouri was a better team a couple weeks ago. Arkansas came back and stole that game. Revenge angle. Missouri's a better team right now. Arkansas struggling.
I'll join you.
Let's go.
Whoa. Wrong song. Wrong song. Let's go. Give me Mizzou. The Ducks are quacking their way into Berkeley. Take on Cal.
Our boys.
Oh, man. Cal's been covering for us lately.
Letdown spot.
Oh, man. All right. Give me Cal +8. Not betting it. You?
I'm on Cal as well. Oregon just beat Arizona by 20. It's a little bit of a letdown spot here. I will take the Cal Bears. I'm not locking this, so.
San Diego State goes up into the altitude of Fort Collins, Colorado. Take on the Rams. San Diego State's laying 5. San Diego State just lost to UNLV. They ain't losing twice in a row. Give me the Aztecs minus the 5. Isaiah Stevens just hit like 30 game winners in one game. All right. Give me. This is such a letdown spot. Hammer the fuck out of San Diego State minus 5. Right now, folks. Are you locking this with me?
Yeah, I'm joining you. They're bouncing back from their loss.
Let's go. Lock it up. Northwestern and Iowa was canceled because of COVID. What's going on here? I thought COVID was done. Only Northwestern. Only Northwestern, right?
Only Northwestern.
COVID's still a thing? It's happening.
I guess at Northwestern it is.
They're going to cancel the season? Kevin Warren's gone, I thought. Fuck's going on?
That was ridiculous during that time.
What's really going on here? I'm so confused, though. We haven't seen games canceled because of COVID. This was done. Come on. I guess COVID's never going to be done. All right? It's going to be like the Terminator series. They're just going to keep fucking giving you them. What do they say? I was reading about Rocky V. Remember Rocky V was so terrible? He's fighting in the street against Tommy the Machine Gun Morrison. That movie was terrible, apparently. I was reading this interview with Stallone, and he's like, yeah, Rocky was supposed to die, and we're like 80% done with the movie. And Hollywood calls, and they're like, Rocky doesn't die, dude. You got to change that ending. Oh, it's good to know that we're 80% into the movie. But I think COVID doesn't die, much like Rocky. So, we used to have a lot of fun a year ago on the show, and 2 years ago. We would pick our COVID game of the night. We would bet on the game to get canceled. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Northwestern, please let us know more because I would love to add that to the show again. That was a lot of fun. Folks, we are going to give away our locks right now. I am locking up Morgan State -11. Army -5.5. Man, I'm so tempted for UMass Lowell. UConn -5. Colgate -12.5. Damn, I'm taking the favorites again. What else do we got here? American -5.5. I've had all favorites so far. I hate when I do this to myself. ECU +9. There we go. Old Faithful. Then we have San Diego State -5. What am I missing here? I thought we had one more.
LSU.
LSU money line play +5, and also I like Missouri -2. Those are my locks, and man, I'm so tempted to add UMass Lowell. I might do it. Fire away with your locks, Moneyline Mac.
Yep, I will lead it off. I'm on Morgan State, the Cocaine Bears as well, -11.5 against the Hartford guys that we love to fade. I'm taking the Army Black Knights, USA, laying 5.5 against Bucknell, and the other leg of that parlay, the American parlay, American U -5.5 against Lafayette. So let's go. I'm laying 5 with the UConn Huskies in a bounce back at Seton Hall. They need to get it done here and get back on track. Laying the big number, Colgate 12.5 at Holy Cross. The Sycamores at home get it done over the Bradley Braves, laying 1.5. I'm taking the St. Louis Billikens -5.5 at Loyola Chicago. I'm adding this one. SMU -2.5 at Tulsa. They own Tulsa. That's their last win. They're going to beat them again.
I'm with you on St. Louis. I forgot St. Louis. Folks, subscribe to the college basketball experience. Subscribe to the college football experience. We just dropped an episode over there. And check out the college baseball experience. Noah Beanick's doing great work over there as well. Episodes coming soon. Come together as one on YouTube, youtube.com/the college experience. Come watch us. All right. And remember our American parlay. Shout out to Trevor. Shout out to the whole fucking chat. You guys are all fantastic. You make this a lot of fun. Appreciate you. And check out Ryan's work. All right. NFL Gambling Podcast. Ryan and Rush Show. All right. Absolutely must listens. Check all that good stuff out. Get the SGPN app. Go over to iTunes. Give us a 5-star review, please. What are you doing? Do all that and check out the Discord channel as well. Come talk college hoops with us. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Discord. This is the college basketball experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
What the fuck did I do wrong, Tom? Thank you. Well, that's a great way to get started. And I haven't even won all my games yet.
Team speed, for Christ's sake. And you're nothing but a chameleon, lemon-headed, coward, terrorist pussy. Straight after you, buddy. You're going to pay for it. Good night.
Hey, motherfucker, I ate everything. I ate pussy, I ate butt, I ate everything. Yeah, right?
I think tide turning, as I remember, I was raised in the desert, but tides kind of turn. It's easy to see a tide turn. Did I say those words?
Damn sick and tired of getting all rebounded. 25 offensive rebounds. First time we blocked that we called for. Damn blockouts. We're pushing people. Yeah, you fella, you should afterwards.
The best looking man. The best dressed man. Long limousine. Cheddar plates. Custom made clothes. And any woman in the world I want. Just like that.
Well, I don't get
They're breaking the head cold, but they're counting down 7, 6, 5.